and we will present you the first speaker of today. Her name is Inbal Lavi, is CEO of Webpals Group. A leading performance marketing company. Inbal herself was recently named as one of the 50 women you need to know in Mark Tech and one of the top 40 young Israeli leaders for 2017. Since taking the helm, Inbal has transformed Webpals from a small startup into a major organization, which in fact 50% of its employees are women. And yeah. But that's not all, because two-thirds of her management board is also female. Inbal, I wanted to ask you, first of all, what is your secret, and is gender gap something you take into account when you are hiring people and when you take any executive decision?
First of all, thank you, Antonia, for the warm introduction. Thank you, Antonia, for the warm introduction. I'm honored to be here today and humbled by the opportunity to speak at the United Nations just a few days after International Women's Day. I want to share with you all something that happened to me last week. I was spending some quality mother-daughter time with my 8-year-old, drinking coffee and hot chocolate at a local cafe. During our conversation, my daughter suddenly got really upset about something she had learned at school. She told me that women earn less than men, and that's unfair. I was struck with a range of emotions. Wow, I thought. Our schools teach young women about gender inequality in the workplace. On the other hand, I was saddened that schools still need to. 110 years after the first International Women's Day, gender gaps still exist. I saw this as an opportunity to reinforce some of the messages I had already instilled in my daughter. Gender inequality doesn't have to be the norm. It's not my experience, and it's definitely not the case at Webpals, the company I am the CEO of, or as my children prefer to call me, the chief of. I am lucky to be the chief of Webpals Group. We have grown from a small startup founded in 2007 into a mature and structured organization with 380 employees in the US, South Korea, and our headquarters in Tel Aviv. There are many great things about the company, and if you allow me, I would like to share some of the highlights. We operate over 2,000 content-rich websites, helping customers make informed decisions using our comprehensive product and brand reviews in more than 18 languages. We have expanded into more than 20 markets in a variety of verticals, thanks to incredible Israeli technology and amazing human resources. We have increased our revenues almost sevenfold over the past 5 years. But the metric that I'm most proud of is that 50% of our entire workforce and 2/3 of our senior management team are female. I am proud that women play such a large role in moving our business forward. I am proud of the way that impacts our business, our decision-making processes, and our performance. And I am proud of our ability to put diversity into action. I am a firm believer in the power of role models. As a female executive, I am often approached by women, both at Webpals and outside of the company, who express how important it is for them to have female role models. At work, I try to lead by example and commit time to helping other women develop the skills and confidence they need in order to excel. Throughout the interview process at Webpals, more and more female candidates tell me that one of the main reasons why they want to work at our company is its strong female leadership. They see equality at the senior level and realize our company has no glass ceiling. because we promote the pursuit of personal and professional goals simultaneously, regardless of gender. Looking up and seeing equal representation reaching the highest level of our organization pushes my team to constantly strive for more. When a team member sees that she can grow and her workplace lets her voice be heard, she can make an impact. Multiply that impact by 380 employees globally, and you have a force to be reckoned with. But diversity goes beyond gender. At Webpals, you can see 65-year-olds sitting together with 25-year-olds, working together on joint projects. You can see immigrants from Sweden, Canada, and Congo working together, and Jews, Christians, and Muslims eating lunch together. Here in New York City, it's not unusual to see religious symbols side by side, but that is much less common in Israel. So just last December, when we hosted the UN Secretary General's high-level panel at our offices in Tel Aviv, members of the delegation were delighted to see a Christmas tree aside the Chanukiah standing at the entrance to our offices. But that is the very essence of Webpals. Our diverse and multicultural work environment helps foster creativity and create an ongoing flow of ideas, which in turn helps us to develop better products and answer the needs of our global partners. These partners come in all shapes and sizes, and nothing is more valuable to us than our partnership with Parliament 51. Joining forces with them allows us to promote equality on a larger scale in a strategic and tactical manner. Through Parliament 51, we are able to team up with other companies, including our competitors, to promote our mutual goal of gender diversity. It is a very unique opportunity to put aside competition in order to overcome issues which affect each and every one of us. Parliament 51 provides us with the tools and a one-of-a-kind knowledge-sharing platform to learn from each other, raise awareness of the gender gap in high-tech, discover what organizations can do to narrow the gender gap, and influence others by sharing our challenges and best practices. Recently, through Parliament 51, I met with Guy, sitting here in the audience, a vice president of Nokia International, and shared with him a growing practice at Webpals Group. Like so many places in the world, women in Israel often struggle with returning to the workplace after maternity leave. After on average 6 months of maternity leave, 45% of the women debate whether or not they should return to the workforce after giving birth. At Webpals, we have identified this turning point and want to make sure that our female employees have an incentive to come back to work. So at Webpals, it is not unusual for a talented woman to be promoted during her pregnancy, giving her an additional incentive to return. Guy heard about this initiative and decided to adopt the same model at Nokia Israel. This is just one example of the ripple effect that Parliament 51 has achieved, and we hope that this will go on to become a new industry standard. Let me be clear, though. Our strategy is to hire the best talent for the job. We don't designate positions for women only, nor do we target specific age groups or religions. The best man or woman always wins. But as decision makers, we must understand that our actions and decisions have a significant impact on society. In the past year, we saw the Israeli high-tech sector lead the fight for equal rights for all, supporting protests for the right of every citizen to have children regardless of sexual preference, and raising awareness against domestic violence. Israeli high-tech companies were the first to allow their employees to go out on strike to raise awareness to these issues. We must realize that every step we make influences the world. Each one of our actions and decisions can make a difference. Diversity, growth, opportunity, equality, these are not just buzzwords. They are the basis of a great company. And today, I challenge all companies to use diversity as a metric with which they measure their success. Thank you.
Thank you, Inbal Lavi. Very inspiring.